Okay, now that I know where these are, I'm going to place a hole here. And it looks like it just won't reach. So that's okay, though, because this stuff probably gets moved anyway. So we're going to say here, and then we'll just have this really quick connection for now. But that one needs to be lifted. That's going to allow these machines, of course, be powered. And then from there, they can begin to actually do things, man. I just paid for that, and it feels bad. But it does. It feels really bad. That's a misclick right there. Okay. Contract due in 19 days. Ah? Yeah, which one's that? Not this one. I got 45 days on the bonus on that. I mean, I could... It's 125,000 credits. I mean, maybe I could buy the remainder here. I need to get titanium hooked up and ready to go, though. So all the titanium is being processed here. If I shut this down right now, how's my components? 53 left. 108 there. I got to open this up. Let's just do that. Let's get a bunch of plates.
Research complete.
Okay, so we're wasting science points at the moment on blue research. So we need more blue. Let's say... Kind of want to go RTGs. I want to go large batteries more, though. Definitely. You can also put the repeater on, but... Yeah. Yeah, we could put the repeater on. Or maybe the drone... I still want to get to this. I still want to get down to that. We're going to do that. Okay. This is the contract that's apparently due in 19 days. And then we'll have a penalty. Yeah. So if you take too long on this one, you get a penalty. But I don't think it should be a problem. Yeah, we're almost half the silicon loaded already. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, we might not get the bonus. Like, we may not get this because it takes too long to bring the resources in. But we'll definitely get this one. I have no worries about the 13-day one. The 2-day one is questionable because it takes a very long time to bring this stuff over there. It's a lot of silicon for these little drones to do. But I've maxed out how many cargo drones I have, so just to try to make that a little bit faster. Okay, smart concrete's done over here too. So talking about the belts, this is our silicon belt. Silicon belt's going this way, right? So I think how this is going to have to work is silicon's going to have to come out wide, and then it's going to have to go underneath. So in other words, the slag is going to go close. Let's leave the slag 1, 2 away. So we'll say slag belt goes here. Okay. It goes this way. And then for now, since there's only one smart concrete machine, we'll just have it go direct, but we just have to be prepared for what's required later, which is this thing going this direction. So this is the silicon belt. It needs to have a space between it so that I can get the underbelt going in, so the underground conveyor. And then it's going to go like this. So that's going to be how we send silicon into that. So all these belts are ready to go. We'll just go ahead and build them. The regolith is just now arriving, which is great. Great news, everyone. Just get our power poles done so we can start processing that. And then this should start right away making smart concrete if I had the power hooked up to it, which I do not. So let's have the power pole. Where would I want this? Ideally between all these machines. So I guess it'd be probably here. Smart concrete right here. So if we're gonna keep them the same, so this is the silicon coming in from this side, right? So if I was gonna have these like that, which I probably should just have 3 set up right now because there's absolutely gonna be enough to make with all of them. So yeah, I'm not concerned about that. So we should go in here for now. Okay, and then this goes over to at least here, probably that way, because we want to also get it into these smelters too. The smelters probably will shift. I'll probably delete them and move them a little bit further back so that this belt can supply these. And then let's go ahead and do, yeah, like this. It's going to be from here to there, and then also from here to there. Yep. Just anticipating this going even further later. So we go like that, like that, like that, and like that. And then the slate goes in, the slag goes in like that. Okay, that sets us up for our smart concrete production. And then I just get the belt. I think I'll get the pole to be there, and it does connect to that one right there. Perfect. So then this one can now power you. Yep. And then you, and then you. All three of those are powered now. And then to get that into storage for concrete, I want more long-term storage on the surface for concrete, but for the time being, let's just have, I might be able to fit another one here. But I plan on another one here. This is 4 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would want this to be kind of, I guess, kind of like right where this is located, right? Yeah, we'd probably be like right there. Yeah. This song still comes in reminding me of that Mass Effect song. I talked about it in the last playlist. Like, this song comes in and I'm like, right away, the very last song that plays in Mass Effect 3 after you beat the game, it just comes in just like that song. It reminds me of it every single time. I'm a big Mass Effect fan. I know it's kind of an aged game at this point, but hey, you know, there's another one coming, all right? I gotta have faith. There's more. It's on its way. All right, so this is already processing. It's working. Doing its thing. Silicon is being processed down that belt right now. And the iron is coming out here. So for the iron, we need this made into something useful. So perhaps we take our smelting furnaces, we move them over here. Maybe instead of the buffer, or maybe the buffer is a good idea, but we have the smelting for it happen here maybe. So we go like 1, 2. I'm thinking about how the space is going to be for this because I'm going to be expanding. So I think I need to move this up a little bit. So furnaces could be, this will be more of the long-term ones, the ones that are going to stick around for a while, right? So we'll go here. 1, 2, 3. We'll plan on this being where those are, but let's start with 2 for now because I got CPU limitations. And then I'm going to bring it over this way. Yep. Over this way about like that. And then we bring it up from here, I guess, from here. So bring it up, and then we're going to start moving around. So we go that way and that way. All right. And then from here, we want to put it into storage. I don't know if this is exactly where iron storage is going to be in the future, but for now it's there. So I guess we'll do a little bit more temporary here, maybe. Just connect that like that. And then the power poles, we could get another one. These ones are in pretty much their permanent spot, I think. So we'll put you here, and then you can connect here and here. Now, these are the ones that if there's upgrades, we would be executing the upgrades here. But now everything moves around from both of these. Once this is built, it'll all funnel through here and we'll get processed like this. And this is going to be steel. Sorry, not iron, steel. Here we go. And we're just waiting on a little bit more concrete. Man, that concrete's taking a while. We did get paid for the contract, correct? Yes, we did indeed. So next one, is there anything else we could fulfill? Maybe cosmonaut training. This is really nice. I just gave up my plates though, so I don't have this for 31 days. That sucks. We could also use the filters as well. So like, for example, I have a lot of silicon. So maybe I want to have a contract that's delivering silicon, right? I mean, I no longer have that much silicon, but that's a lot of silicon delivered in 8 days. There's really no way for me to do this without having the flight control center. So there's just not enough. There's not a way for me to physically move that much silicon onto the landing pad in 8 days. So I can't complete that objective. Yeah, I think I'm seeing contracts that I really don't have. This one could have worked if I had the microcircuits. If I want to make a quick 25 grand, I could buy the microcircuits. I have the modular terminals, but I could buy the microcircuits. I only need 5 of them. How much would that cost me if I bought 5 of them on the open market? It's So I'm going to have to give up 10 grand of the profit already. Ugh. That's not worth it. No, we're going to skip that one. That one's not going to be good for me. Always better to have the material from your own stock instead of having to buy it off the market. This one's doable. And it's really great. But, okay, I need 88 days. You see, I have pretty close to this. We start processing more silicon and we'll have this. But notice that I have to actually put it on the moon. And the location where this has to go is on the other side, like the furthest possible point away from me. That's where that's going. Yeah, it's pretty much opposite. You could maybe say here is opposite, but still, it's the furthest possible point away from me. So, yeah, no thanks. Let's go ahead and really quick do a scan in this area just because we're here. There's nothing there. Okay, let's continue on to the call for help. I want to see what's over there with that. Took quite a bit of time to get there, didn't it? Okay, so while we're over here, I would really like to find aluminum. So let's get my ore detector because I can. And real quick, let's put an ore detector here. Just hook that up really quick so I can hopefully start scanning again. I'm full power right now, which is good. I'm not complaining. My batteries are full. That's great. I can't build anymore because of CPU, but that's great. Do I have any microcircuits or microchips? Microprocessors, that's what they're called. I do have some of those. So do I have aluminum? Because that's always the determining factor. I have 28. Okay. We could build a couple more in the data center. Put it right in front of that ventilator too, because why not? I don't think that actually blocks it, but yeah. I still can't build the fundamental science lab either. I have no idea when they're going to land. I know the countdown's still going, but it's not going to show me what it is. And what? There's no power here? No, there's not because this isn't built. So let's get that to be a priority. And once this is built, then we can start having some smart concrete coming through here. Because you're ready. The slag is coming through here too. So you're basically ready for that. All the slag from here could also be funneled this direction too. All we have to do is basically tear these machines down. I'm not really ready to do that just yet. But if I do tear these down, then these will get built. I just need concrete running. Concrete is such a bottleneck, man.
The WES-45H station is located in a deep crater, the walls and bottom of which are covered with a thick layer of ice. Due to the slight tilt of the moon's axis, some areas always remain shaded, allowing ice to accumulate despite temperature fluctuations. In the middle of the crater is a small administrative and residential module, where a work shift resides. The station dispatcher contacts the rover as soon as it is detected.
Okay. You got somebody else talking to me then?
Director, do you copy? WES-45H, station dispatcher speaking. Our mining and filtration equipment has broken down, and we lack the spare parts and free hands to complete the repairs. Help us fix the equipment to resume water supplies to the nearest outposts. People's lives and health depend on it.
What can we do?
Director, I've analyzed the equipment's technical condition on the station. Most ice extractors require major repairs and all filters need to be replaced. We have several ways to solve the problem. We can send spare parts and repair drones, but fixing the center will take considerable time. We can also look for a construction expert. They'll help speed up the process. And, of course, we can always leave the technicians to solve the problem without our involvement.
Well, I don't actually have any specialists yet, but I would like to have some. And eventually we will have some. I don't know what the timer is on this mission, but I'm going to tell them that I'll send a specialist to help them.
There is a lot of Arabian concern equipment at the station, and someone familiar with it would be useful here. Unfortunately, we don't have such assets at the moment. We'll choose from other available options. We can still send spare parts and repair drones, or just leave the technicians to solve the problem without our help.
I mean, I want to send the specialist, but I have to do it. But I can't even send it, really. But we'll do it with the drones.
Several residential outposts depend on the work of this station. You made a noble decision, Director.
Yeah, sure. I just can't send it to them soon. So is there a timer on that? No. So I wasn't able to select the other option because I don't actually have a specialist because I don't have anybody on the base yet. Okay. That's good to know. Let's go ahead and make this a priority 2. Am I out of microprocess? I'm out of microcircuits. I'm out of microcircuits. Okay. I have to buy them probably. I have 137. This is good. Let's buy some stuff that's going to get us to where we don't have to buy stuff anymore. Let's go 10 microcircuits for now. Let's go. I'm going to buy a couple more microprocessors while I'm at it because of the fixed cost of everything. The robots are actually getting kind of cheap, and I want another one. So we're going to get one more. And aluminum is going to be needed because I still can't find any. So we'll get 35 of it. And honestly, it sounds weird, but since we already have fixed costs sunk into this, I'm going to go ahead and get some smart concrete in here to really finish a few projects. We're going to add like an extra $2,000 of cost to just get some smart concrete here too. That almost fills up one orbiter. I have 80 grand in cost on this. I'm just going to do that. A lot of that cost is the drone, right? Almost half that cost is the drone. So I didn't really buy 80 grand worth of materials. Again, a lot of it's the drone. Let's go ahead and turn these extractors on and get them hooked up to the belt as well. I think I'm going to actually have one connection per set, just in case there's, in case there's like too much of it coming through. I don't want it to tie up the belt in 2 different positions. So let's turn those on, and we'll get this regolith on these belts, sending that this way. And then this is only sticking out so that the silicon can enter the same belt, but I don't really think it needs to do that. I've changed my mind on that. It doesn't need to do that. We'll just go ahead and have this connect here directly. Okay, good. And then we're gonna need also power to be routed over here. Let's just kind of stick it right here is fine, and then I should be able to reach that one and that one from here. Okay, so once these extractors build, which is going to be very close, I consume. Yep, that's it for that one, and we're just waiting on the other one, but that's okay. I could probably dismantle this and then save the microcircuit for something else, right? At the moment. But we'll let it finish. That way we can at least start getting that titanium popped into the system here. So this should start working right now, as I thought it would. Why aren't you doing anything? Are you really that? Oh, right. The power, the pole's not done. Pole's not done. Gotcha. Okay. You land. You also land. This is the drone. That extra drone. So now we're gonna have just one more little drone running around here. It's gonna, I think, be pretty helpful to do that. And still need more CPU, which is why I went ahead and got that order. So now we can build our data center and get the fundamental science lab built. And then expedition center, because we'll have the spare. Yeah, we're at 271 out of 270 right now. God, we're just maxed out all the time. Where'd it go? There we go, 275. Okay, we should now be able to build the fundamental science lab. I'm gonna stick that right here. And that's gonna complete the objective for a place to live. And then I have the medical bay as well. Yeah, this takes, oh good, it takes aluminum. That's great. I can't find it. That's great that it takes aluminum though. That's great, awesome. Okay, let's scan for aluminum if we can. Find something, please. No, nothing there. Okay. Okay. How about over here? Somewhere in this area? Maybe? More silicon? Did the game just forget to spawn aluminum or what? Oh my god, there it is. Happy days. We found aluminum. Oh my. Oh my word. And more water. Fuel is being made right here. We know where we're going to make the fuel now. All right. We want to get this cleared out. Hopefully I can get 2 extractors on it. Let's get the water over in this area too. Let's bring these 2 things together like that. That's fine. And then we need to access it. So we'll get over there. And then I'm looking to make fuel in this area, so let's make it nice and wide. We will basically dedicate, I think, a single regolith to this, or you know what, we don't need to do that because the aluminum's coming out this way, right? It's actually quite perfect that we can set up our own like self-contained fuel system here, but we can also send that back that direction. So we don't really need, like you might be thinking, you don't need to set up fuel next to where the aluminum is extracted. I agree, but you do want it to have nearby anyway where the H2O is extracted. And since the regolith is right here, I think this is still a pretty good spot for fuel because the regolith can come out this way and then be come over here after we make the aluminum. So this is gonna be great for this. So let's just clear this whole area out. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna want to get some drillers. Oh, we already have 4. All right, there's 4 drillers already doing things. Good. All right, both of these are running now. Look at that. Isn't that glorious? Oh yeah. Now, what we want is to make sure
are fully equipped and ready to accept colonists. Still a lot of work ahead of us, Director.
Yeah, but we're ahead of schedule, so that's great. So what we want to do here is make sure that these are getting it input faster than they can process it. Right now, that's not quite happening, right? Things are going to go down to 0 here, or at least pretty close, right? I guess they're kind of filling up. Nah, it's tapping 0. So what we want to do, right, is we're going to upgrade because we have level 2 belts. So we're going to upgrade those 2 things. All right. And that should allow this. You can see right there, right, they used to be spaced out and now they're closer together. So I basically just doubled with the little tiny belt there. I doubled the total capacity that can go into these machines. And now we should see this number climb faster than they can process it, which is exactly what we're looking for. It means that I can now, instead of building more of them, I can upgrade them, which is going to be more efficient for CPU. You definitely are concrete, please. There we go. Now the concrete's accessible here, and we're making smart concrete with all that stuff. Glorious! Multi-regolith refinery upgrade is done. just in time. Fantastic. Okay, so the next thing that we're working on here, blue, is a large battery. That's going to get done soon. We'll go with radioisotopic. I always say this wrong. The radioisotope thermoelectric generator. There it is. We'll go with that. And then, yeah, I think we're good from there. Let's get this iron hooked up. Although, yeah, we can definitely get some more of these. I probably want furnace upgrades, actually. Let's get furnace upgrades. So all the way up here in engineering, at the very tippy top, there's the smelting furnace upgrade. Yeah, we're actually working on it right now. Okay, good. I think probably there's not much left in this. We want all that slag to go somewhere too. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is to create a little bit of a buffer. I don't need it to interrupt the belt. I just need to put it somewhere where it can be input. So I'm thinking probably I'll put it like maybe right down the line. I don't want to get in the way of maybe using another machine. So we can put it like maybe right here. Like right here would be fine. Okay. So what this is going to do is hold slag. And of course we'll hook it up to this belt. And then when I start tearing down these single regolith machines, they have slag, a whole bunch of it, like thousands of slag built into it. The drones are now going to be able to move that slag into this, and then that will put it right into the system to be made into smart concrete. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that now. So I can now take you away. Bye-bye. Boom, boom. And, yep. All the slag that's going to drop to the ground, we can have... Yeah, they're gonna bring it here with the drones. The drones will bring it here. At least I hope they do. And it looks like they will. Yes, they're bringing it into here. Now I don't waste it. It's not gonna sit around on the ground. And it gets sent into this, and now this is much thicker. Cool. So I can probably put another one of these smart concrete things in, or I can level them up. You know, upgrades later too. That's good. I have a little bit of extra power. Let's see about maybe getting some more aluminum. Filet? Is there some more over there somewhere? No? Okay, God, that's going to end up being like the only aluminum source I have on the whole map. It's going to be really bad. Go that way with it. Okay, there's more that way, but no, that's all I have for aluminum. Okay, let's get our diggers. I want this. I mean, I kind of want a straight line to that instead of going around there. How about we just have this be priority? Okay, and then I want you to bring it all the way down like that. For now, that's highest priority digging is right here. Okay, get that done first. And then you can work on this other stuff too. But after that, I need to get access to that aluminum as fast as I can. All right, now if we start seeing the belt getting slower, like right now it's flowing nice and smooth, right? It's full capacity belt. It's not going too slow. It's not getting too full. Eventually it will. That's especially true if I start to add additional extractors into here. And the titanium is moving in here now. Now we get this. See how it's stopping? We don't want that. So if I upgrade this, that's fine, but this is still too slow. So now what we can do, we have 35,000 to upgrade one of these. Okay. Large battery's done. We're going to focus on that in a second. Got to think of how I want to play this. So we're going to need another green. This is going to make buying things way better. The market commissions, as well as the cargo pods, everything I do for trade, it gets more efficient with that done. So I want to get that done. But we're going to need another green. So let's add to the number of contracts we're allowed to have. I was going to say maybe we go down to large hydroponic farm and start carbon fiber, but now I want to get the market stuff sorted first. We can afford to do that. Should I get another digger? Actually, I kind of want to build onto this room. Do I have the concrete? Concrete shouldn't be a problem now, right? Yeah, we're good on that. Okay, so let's have a couple of things happen here. I want first the standard wall to build me a room right here. Yeah, like that. We're going to need a door. You can place the door. Well, we're going to move this stuff over. So it's kind of about where the beds are. And it's going to be along this wall. So the door will be here. And then we probably want another door on this side just to kind of keep them in. Or get them so they're in. So we'll go... I might move the big water tank on the other side of the room. So we'll put the door here. And then the medical area could be this back side right here. That makes sense, though, because if they're coming in injured, they're going to come through the door, and they're going to want to get to the medical close instead of having to come all the way through here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and build that room. Now, while they're doing that, I have a little bit of CPU capacity, right? So we need more silicon because that belt's not saturated enough for me. I need more. So we're going to go and get this going here. Now, it was supposed to be able to go here and here, right? Yes. Both of these can get hooked up. We have this go along this side, and then it's going to go through here. Yes. Then it goes underneath this, like so. Like that. And then connects like this. I kind of don't like it connecting so close to this, but it technically doesn't matter. I don't like that, but it doesn't matter actually. It's the way the game's designed that doesn't matter. So I'm going to put this here, and then I just need this hooked up to power. So we're going to want to bring this pole as close as I can get it. That's good. And then you can go almost connected direct, but it's okay. We're going to probably have more stuff this way anyway. So we'll have a pole go like that is fine. And then you connect here and you connect here. And then I don't know if we need another electrical connection. I suspect we don't, but I'm not sure if there's, I don't know how it's shared. I think the whole facility, as long as the walls are connected, it's this one port just serves the whole place. So I guess we'll leave that alone for now. And if it yells at me, then it yells at me. Put the ventilation there. Now to make sure every room has access to ventilation from the oxygen. So we got that now. Okay. With everything built, we are ready for colonists. At least 4 of them. And once this room is completed, then we move this stuff over, and then we can make 4 more beds. We're ready for 8 colonists if we want to. So that's all very good. I like all of those things exactly the way that is. We can actually start shifting and moving this. So let's shut this down for a second. We'll let this part here play out, and then we'll move those over. These are still jamming away and making iron, so that's fine. And we should see a pretty steady stream of components being made now. Yeah, I like that. Power is getting danger low at 7%, but we didn't run out. Good stuff. And we have some modules offline, but it's all right. So this one here, we need to send the expedition for that. Let's go to another question mark if we find another one. All the way up here at Farhad Control Tower. So we'll go ahead and investigate that for now. Man, I wish I knew when these guys were landing. It'd be really nice to know how much time I have left. You're full. Wow. So much titanium oxide just stuck in here. That's kind of wild. That's really nuts. But as soon as I get this cleared, the sooner I can put the whole thing, connect this entire thing up. And then I kind of need to figure out at what point does this belt stop going. You know, like, do they meet right here? I think they probably meet right here, right? Right where the elevator is where it switches. Although technically this is the center point, right? This is where it goes in actually, is right here. No, so this is the center point. Yeah. So it should meet about right here, this belt. Yeah, so it'll go about like, say from here over to there. That's where that meets. Yeah. And then there will probably be some machines that kind of come in through a belt here, and then they'll enter into a belt on this side. Because we have other sources, right? Titanium, iron. We don't need this belt to go all the way over here. We'll just bring a belt this way, and it can tap onto that one. And then, of course, we just need to increase the speed of them. So we're at 26,000 is not a lot of money. That's what I'm mostly worried about right now, is it's not a lot of money. And I'm not making my own microcircuits yet, because these people have not landed. I need them to land. Let's see if we can sell something. Do we have a significant stock of anything that matters? Silicon, we still have that. We're using it, though. Rare earth elements we could sell, but those are pretty valuable. We have a lot of components. I can get money for components. If there's a contract that involves components, that would be a good way to go about it too. But we need more reputation with them in order for them to start offering us this stuff. This one could work, but it's on the moon. This one could work as well. No aluminum yet, but we're gonna get it soon. I think I might just sell it on the open market at this point. This one's fine. 20 days to get 146. We can definitely get that silicon in time, because I'm gonna buy it. that's how I'm gonna buy it. Okay, let's send the resources on this one. Totals 4,200 for the first load. And the first load is not all the silicon, so we will need to send 2 rockets. Boom on that one. And then I think we can store, yes, the remainder of the load is 2540. So it will fit on Orbiter S1. Then we will come over here. We'll go to the silicon, right? And I'm just going to buy a bunch of it. That's probably too much of it. We'll just buy this much. I'm not sure how much I needed to fulfill the contract. We might as well overshoot it. We're going to use it, so we'll buy that. Oh my gosh. We're down to 470 credits. That's wild. It's okay. We're going to have a lot more as soon as we get that bonus. And then we get the bonus mostly when I can land this rocket. Yeah, 20 days, we'll have 146K. Okay, so the smelting upgrade is done in our researches. We're probably going to want to invest a little bit in that, specifically in the iron area. I think definitely want to do that. We could open up the colonist recruitment market. I could do that, but what I'm missing right now is engineering research. So let's not do that just yet. Smart concrete factory upgrade could work, but I think we have enough of them at the moment. We don't need any of these upgrades. Microcircuits, right? Or large storage. I think microcircuits. Yeah. We'll put microcircuits on there too, and that way we're not wasting anything. If I go to my journal, actually just saw this. So if we go over to my journal, it says wait for Hope 2 to land. It says 26 days right here. I think that's how much time is left. If I had to guess, I'd say that's how much time is left. I haven't seen it move from the last time I checked, but it's possible that it's just not another day because the time is still running. So if I check it again, now it says 25. Okay, so 25 more days until they land. That is a lot longer than I thought. Wow, there's still more silicon over here too. We're gonna have a lot of, yeah, let's look at all this backing up now. This is what we needed. Yeah, now we're proving that we need more smart concrete, right? That's what this is. We need more of these machines. And I can get more, it's good. So let's go ahead and produce more smart concrete. So we'll have one more here. It goes right there. Yep, and then we put this there. I can't build this because I don't have the funds yet. I need to let this play on and let them deliver the goods up top before I can actually build this. And it's going to disrupt the flow because the plans have... Yeah, that's great. That's really great. I'm going to have to drop those and have them hauled in until the contract is done. It's got to be getting close, right? Where are you at? Okay, 508 to go. Wow. 16 days, though, is plenty. Yep. I mean, I could sell belts somewhere else. I could. That would give me the money. I could sell these belts right here. I don't need them anymore. So I sell those and we're good. These are still processing. This one's not. I could get rid of this one, which means I can sell the power wire. Power wire? That's what I said. Power wire. There we go. Yep. So I can get rid of that. That gives me a little bit of cash. And that is just enough to build this for now. So we'll go ahead and do that. That way the existing supply is not disrupted. And then I want to have this carry on, I think, just to continue production of our silicate. It's probably like just use what's already there. I don't really like where they are, but if I just use what's already there just for now, and then I can move it later. The silicon needs to come this way. Oh, I still don't have the necessary prerequisite money for this, but we're gonna go this way, under, and like that. Like that. And then this goes across like so. And then we want the power hookup. We could go here. I think I'd rather go there. Yeah, that's good. So I can't build the blueprint until this is done. Almost 503. There it is. And now the drone's nitro done. Their wheels are a little bit faster now. Let's go and put the preventative AI diagnostics on there. All right, now I can go ahead and build the existing belts. And that gives me more smart concrete as soon as the microcircuits are in. I don't have any microcircuits again. I don't have them. That's why we need to get that research done. Microcircuits factory needs to be worked on. That's exactly why. So we don't need to worry about buying them anymore. We're going to have tons of concrete, though. It's going to be great. And then I have the conveyor, don't I? Logistics? Yeah, I have the conveyor elevator. So what I'm thinking also is like getting the conveyor elevator up top so I can start storing some of the concrete up top. So you can see the bottom right of the screen, how this works. And we're getting a little bit short on time here today, but you can kind of see how this works. Is it shows me where it is above ground too. And we kind of have to be kind of intentional where these are located. But in general, I can't place it anywhere where it's going to run into something up above, right? And so, yeah, I'm figuring out exactly where this goes is next on my list. It's next on my agenda. Is where am I going to put this thing so that it can be accessible later? And I love how if I lean down you know, under here, it also kind of leans down above ground too. It's very cool. So, but this is where I ultimately want to do with the concrete. I want it to come into here as maybe a buffer, but then it's going to eventually go up. It's going to go up top. The fuel is going to get brought up there too, which, by the way, we now have access to this. I have 5 CPU remaining. I'm going to use at least 2 of it on this. Please tell me I can have 2 extractors. It's my only aluminum source. It's just... Oh, man, it doesn't look like it. It's not going to let me do it, guys. That sucks. That is horrible. Damn it. I think it's just 1. It's a single extractor's worth of aluminum, but it's something. It is something. All right. That's all I wanted. I wanted something there. I built it. And now we need the power hooked up to it. And power is going to come from, let's put this right on the other side of this belt for now. Right there, I guess. And then we're going to put you all the way over. I need to space it out to make sure this isn't going to be in the way. So this is going to come this direction, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Presumably it could be located here. And then also we got belts and stuff that are going to run through there too. But I think, hypothetically speaking, this should be safe. Going about here should be safe. I'm going to kick myself. If that's not safe, I'm going to kick myself. But that's a direct line. So it's nice and straight across. And then we just kind of go from here. We'll cross the line here and then go that way and that way and that way. Okay. And then from here, we definitely want to upgrade the belts because at this point, it's going to get too slow. So what we'll want to do now is we'll go in and we will upgrade this belt. And we'll upgrade, I think probably this whole belt doesn't need it just yet, but this side definitely will because we're going to be adding more this direction. And then we can upgrade these machines because you can see the amount of regolith is starting to build inside them. And we want them to process faster. And if they process faster, then we can start to upgrade these belts to feed them faster too. All of this has to be upgraded as well. So we want the smelting furnace, 20,000 investment there and a 20,000 investment here. That'll at least get them to process this stuff faster. It's still not going to be enough. I'm still going to need another one. But I just want them to process a little bit faster from where they are. So we'll put another one here too. Just to get more on. Moron? Yeah, that's right. Just to get a moron. A moron mountain. Just to get more iron. More steel. There we go. And then as this builds, we can upgrade that as well. So they'll be all upgraded. So that's a permanent spot for our smelting for iron. For steel. We're not moving those. We're feeding that. And that's that. Because I've spent, 60,000 extra credits now on making sure that these are very fast. So that these things can start emptying their supply. They only have 900 storage for certain supplies. And if you start seeing that build up, then that's a problem, right? So we're going to start seeing titanium built up now too. So now that these are getting to where they're done working, kind of, I can tear these down and redo where titanium is being processed, which could be maybe right next to iron. Could also be maybe right in there in this area. And if we do that, then the titanium gets processed right here. And then those two resources go in and make the components right in this area here. So I can just tear all this stuff down. I want to also tear this out too. I think we don't need these machines anymore. And I'll start by removing this one. I don't need these anymore. Well, okay. I can't say that. I need one of them. I need one of them because one of them is when they're just digging around in here, they need a place to put the regolith. And inside this machine is where they're going to put it. So that's great. There's already 600 plus slag, right, from the machines I broke down in here. So this is just going. There's a lot happening here, okay? And I'm dragging this on. I know this video is getting very long now. I know a lot of you guys like that sort of thing. I've already gone over an hour a few times now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. We are very close. I know I keep saying that, but 14 days from now, Hope 2 is going to land. We have a base ready for them. We have food. We have shelter. We have a place for them to work. Several places for them to work, in fact. And we'll also have all of it separated. And then can finally get to the point where we're going to build a really big factory building. And we'll have all of this cleared so that I can do that a little better. Yeah. Okay. I'm dragging this on again. Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.